Hi, I'm Sam. Here are the first 5 things I did to make some savings, so that I could start my journey to financial freedom. The first thing I did was to sit down with a blank piece of paper and several months' worth of bank statements. I then wrote down my income and noted all my monthly expenditures that were constant and had to be paid every month. By deducting my constant expenditures from my monthly income, it enabled me to establish how much cash I had left to spend on things like food, clothes, transport, and going out having fun. Next, I put a plan together to see where I could make savings in these areas. For my food shop, I took my average weekly spend and considered how I could reduce my next shop by at least £5. I then challenged myself to reduce this further each week. I switched to shop-owned brands, as these are often far cheaper and often taste just as good than the known brands. I started bulk cooking to stop me buying lunches out. £4 for a sandwich at a supermarket was costing me up to £80 a month, so I made a massive saving here. This section, I should call my entertainment expenses, as it incorporates the savings I made from going out as well as reducing the surprising cost of staying in. To reduce my costs of going out, I set myself a budget for the night. I'd say to my friends that we should start the night with a pack of beer at one of our houses. Drinks are expensive when going out, so this saving was very helpful. Also, with all the different streaming services, I started having movie nights in, rather than always going to the cinema. This was actually a lot of fun as you could pause and chat with each other. On the subject of streaming services, all of these have a monthly fee, and like a lot of people, I found I was paying a fortune for having several. It's nice to have so much choice, but I found I wasted so much time going through them to find things I wanted to watch. It's too easy these days to constantly be buying the latest fashion, or spending money on high-end brands I couldn't actually afford. I began heading to the charity shops. I enjoyed knowing that I was reducing the waste of the fast fashion culture. To add to that, I was giving money to charity and helping others. I also found that when it was my birthday or Christmas, family members would ask me what I wanted, so I started giving suggestions of things I really needed. This also works very well with toiletries. And finally, on to transport. I didn't have a car, but I would often get the bus to work, even though it wasn't that far. A second-hand bike was an option, but I didn't like the idea of cycling on busy roads. Instead, I would challenge myself to walk to work as much as possible. Not only did this save me money, but I realized it's a great way to exercise and make the most of the day. As an added bonus, there was a free outdoor gym in a nearby park, so I actually also reduced my need for a costly gym membership. So those were my first 5 steps to make some savings, so that I could start my journey to financial freedom. I hope you found this video interesting. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and I'll continue to make them.